muscles she hadn't realized were tense suddenly relaxed. In the end, after 2 cups of tea and some questions from the police, Chloe was permitted to finish her Tuesday afternoon walk. No further near-death experiences occurred, which was excellent, because if they had, she'd probably have done something embarrassing, like cry. She entered her family home via the north wing and skulked to the kitchen in search of fortifying snacks. Instead, she found her grandmother, Gigi, clearly waiting for her. Gigi whirled around with a swish of her floor-length violet robe, the one Chloe had given her a few months ago on Gigi's 4th, or was it 5th, 70th birthday. "Darling," she gasped, her sparkling kitten-heeled mules clacking against the tiles. "You look so peaky." From Gigi, who was both a concerned grandparent and a painfully beautiful ragtime legend, this was a grave statement indeed. "Where were you? You've been ages and you wouldn't answer your phone. I was quite worried." "Oh, God, I'm so sorry." Chloe had left hours ago for the latest of her irregularly scheduled walks. Scheduled because her physiotherapist insisted she take them. Irregular because her chronically ill body often vetoed things. She was usually back within 30 minutes, so it was no wonder Gigi had panicked. "You didn't call my parents, did you?" "Of course not. I presumed if you'd had a wobble, that you'd collect yourself shortly and command a passing stranger to find you a taxi home." A wobble was the delicate phrase Gigi used for the times when Chloe's body simply gave up on life. "I didn't have a wobble. I'm feeling quite well, actually. Now, anyway. But there was a car accident." Gigi managed to stiffen and gracefully take a seat at the marbled kitchen island simultaneously. "You weren't hurt?" "No. A lady crashed her car right in front of me. It was all very dramatic. I've been drinking tea from styrofoam cups." Gigi peered at Chloe with the feline eyes that lesser mortals tended to fall into. "Would you like some Xanax, darling?" "Oh, I couldn't. I don't know how it would react with my medication." Of course. Oh, I know. I'll call Jeremy and tell him it's an emergency." Jeremy was Gigi's therapist. Gigi didn't strictly need therapy, but she was fond of Jeremy and believed in preventative measures. Chloe blinked. "I don't think that's necessary." "I quite disagree," Gigi said. "Therapy is always necessary." She pulled out her phone and made the call, sashaying to the other side of the kitchen. Her mules clicked against the tiles again as she purred. "Jeremy, darling, how are you? How is Cassandra?" These were all perfectly ordinary noises, and yet, without warning, they triggered something catastrophic in Chloe's head. Gigi's click, click, click merged with a tick-tick-tick of the vast clock on the kitchen wall. The sound grew impossibly loud, oddly chaotic, until it seemed like a tumble of boulders had fallen inside Chloe's head. She squeezed her eyes shut. Wait, what did her eyes have to do with her hearing? And in the darkness she'd created, a memory arose. That crisp blonde bob, swinging. The way it remained so smooth and glossy against the black leather of the gurney. Drunk, the nice paramedic had said, sotto voce. That's what they suspected. The lady had been drunk in the middle of the afternoon, had mounted a pavement and ploughed into a building, and Chloe had been standing right there, because she walked at the same time of day so as not to interrupt her work routine, because she always took the same route for efficiency's sake. Chloe had been standing right there. She was too hot, sweating, dizzy, had to sit down right now so she wouldn't fall and crack her head like an egg against the marble tiles. From out of nowhere she remembered her mother saying, "We should change the floors. These fainting spells are getting out of hand. She'll hurt herself." But Chloe had insisted there was no need. She'd promised to be careful, and by God, she'd kept her promise. Slowly, she sank to the ground, put her clammy palms against the cool tiles, breathed in, breathed out.